Welcome to Straight Up Talk. It's your mayor Mo Green. And today, honestly, man, we're going to talk about behaviors. Just off the whim. Behaviors. And I'm going to focus these behaviors. I'm going to do both sides. I'm going to do female and male. But we're going to talk about how females' behaviors ain't cool. Period. No big words, nothing. It just ain't cool. We live in a society where bad behavior is rewarded. I see where girls are taught to give me, and you're just supposed to do for me because I'm a girl. And then I see the hyper feminine women too, that I'm independent, I can do it all by myself, I don't need you. And then you have your gold diggers. You have just an array of behaviors that you know wasn't tolerated if your big mama was alive or your pawpaw, especially your big mama. And I'm speaking to all women. All women. A man is not going to marry you to be a slave or to be a beta or a cuckold. It's not happening. It's not happening. No man wants to write a check on a bad investment. What do I mean by that? I mean that a man is not going to be a punk. A real man is not going to tolerate a lot of behaviors that society accept and reward. So, you figure you're going to talk to a man any kind of way? You figure you're just going to do what you want to do? Keep your money, spend his money? You figure, hey, you supposed to give me everything, and I not give you anything in return. Well, I'm here. I love you, but don't show it. Lack of intimacy. And then if intimacy is given, it's like you're supposed to be 100% grateful. Like that's some kind of form of currency. That's not going to work. But what I am noticing is that there's a new age of men that accept this, like literally accept this. I don't go by the happy wife, happy life bullshit. That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. Men need to be happy too. You guys ask for respect. Men are supposed to receive that respect as well. You got to realize something. A black man goes to work. He got to deal with corporate world and other elements. He got to worry about making it safe to point A and B, but just because he's a black male. He has to fight cops, his own kind, work, co-workers, or the whole element of the world is against him just from the time he screamed out of the womb. And then he has to come home to a girlfriend, a wife, and deal with her crazy madness. Men are rejecting the idea of marriage. They're like, fuck that. We ain't signing up for that. A lifetime contract of bullshit? No. And a lot of women feel that they're entitled to be married, but they can't love. They're in love with the idea of a wedding. They're in love with the idea of a ring. They're in love with the ideal of titles and like kind of like showboating, like, yeah, I'm wanted, I'm desired. And it's warped. It's warped. And men are starting to see that. They're like, you know what? I could do bad by myself. I'll use you for three things: fucking and pain. And how can I say, the illusion of being in love. As soon as they come, okay, I come back to my senses. And that's what's happening. And women are being mad, saying, hey, he won't commit, he won't commit. No, he's not going to commit. He's not going to commit to your bullshit, your debt that you've accumulated. If you had a bunch of kids by other different dudes, he's not committing. What man in his right mind would do that? And then when asked, what are you going to bring to the table? I'm going to bring love. I'm going to bring me. Like, that's a form of currency. That should be not spoken of. That should be off the rip. But it's not. And that's, a lot of women are coming to the table with bullshit, with nothing. And men are recognizing that shit. Men are recognizing that shit. And I see it day to day where men have been married to women for over 18 years, 20 years. And they say, hey, you know what? I want a divorce. And the woman said, how can you have a divorce? Why do you want to have a divorce? What did I do? And he said, absolutely nothing. I could have done bad by myself. Well, why did you stay? Well, kids, property. And I'm one of those men that can speak on that shit. Kids, property, pretty much. Because the laws isn't made to be, equal. So, yeah. What am I going to do? I don't give a fuck what you do. And these young bulls out here, they like, fuck that. I ain't marrying no one. I ain't going to marry you. For what? For what? Drama? Bullshit? And you too damn expensive. And what do you bring? It's a dead investment. A dead investment. That's that women's behavior, this new age. And let me speak on this feminism real quick. Feminist. There's no such thing as a black feminist. And y'all really need to think about that bullshit. Feminist was made by Caucasian women. It wasn't made for you. Caucasian women that are racist. It started with them. So what makes you think that you're going to come to their table and fight the same fight they fighting and they don't give a fuck about you? How can you follow a group like that? And you think about it, every feminist, even they stick to their own kind. They still want white men. They still want to be with white men. That's what I'm saying, man. This bullshit, y'all gotta wake up. Y'all gotta wake up. And for the brothers, I understand. Not having a dad in the house and having to learn the ways of the street or learning how to be a man on your own or through your peers. But this bullshit of you being 40, 50, living with your mama or a brother, a cousin, never having your own fucking place, living off of other people, a big ass kid, a big ass grown kid, and always whining. Oh, well, I got kicked out, my girl kicked me out. What kind of nigga are you, man? That's I see a lot of that shit too. Like, what's y'all problem? Wake the fuck up and have a pair of balls and take care of yourself. That shit is ridiculous. Niggas 40, 50 years old still got mom's titty in they fucking mouth. Wake the fuck up and be a man. How you expect for a woman to respect you and you still acting like a little bitch? Like a little kid? Come on, man. Come on. And, you know, motherfuckers that ain't taking care of your kids. I mean, there's a lot of brothers out there taking care of their kids. But I'm talking about the ones that ain't. But could be fly and have the freshest J's on and the fit and everything. Y'all niggas. The ones that sleeping on your mama's couch but pushing a Benz in front for the gram and for social media. Y'all niggas that surf on plenty of fish and be fronting. And then you beta motherfuckers. Beta ass niggas that fall to those type of women I was speaking of on the beginning of this fucking video. And men are starting to get more feminine than the fucking broads. You got a matching messenger bag like your girl got a purse and y'all twinsies. What kind of shit is that? Man, yeah, I'm cut from a fucking different cloth. I'm cut from a motherfucking different cloth than a lot of motherfuckers. And I ain't saying you as a man, you got to be all super hard. But no, you got to protect yourself. You got to protect your family. You got to be a man and go get yours and bring to your family. But how can you get the respect of anybody when you don't even respect your damn self? But what I will say is this, it's not going to be negative. There's some sisters out there that are awesome. And those sisters that's out there that got that goddess glow. And what I mean by that goddess glow, I'm talking about that Erykah Badu glow. Yeah. Those women, those Michelle Obamas. You know what I'm saying? The Miss Currys. Those ones that change a whole man's being in his life to make him the better. That's not trying to make his life hard. That take care of their kids and their husbands and treat him like the emperor that he is, the king that he is. I give it up to those sisters. Those are rare, but they out there. And I give it out to them brothers. I give a shout out to them brothers that hustle and bring to their family and take care, they protect, provide. You know what I'm saying? They profess who they are and they love for their loved ones that share that same blood. The ones that take care of their kids and not just a weekend dad. The ones that I know that sacrifice that might be in a marriage, a situation they don't want to be in, but they sacrifice for their loved ones. For those, I salute you. Keep up the good work. But people, we must rise. We must be better. We must come up and we must be able to bring generation wealth and pass it down. Not only materialistic money, but the education, the experience, and pass that on. Unfortunately, our big mamas, our big papas are gone. And we living in like fucking the valley of death. You know what I'm saying right now? And morals is thrown out the window. And everything that's fake is good. And everything that's good is fake. It's all backwards. So let's rise, people. Let's rise. We're one of the biggest consumers on earth. But we don't own nothing. With all that money power, we can conquer. We can conquer. And I'm speaking to my people. I speak to, in general, I speak to everyone. I love everyone, but I'm talking to my people right now. And I love everyone, but I'm speaking directly to my people. Well, I'm going to end this video like that. Like I always say, the sky's the limit. And we're going to continue to go straight up. Peace.